I would have liked to have been one of the generals in RPM.
Are you talking about in just the Power Rangers franchise or universal, like in movies and all that? Oh. I like Rita. Maybe Digitox. I always play around with her and talk to her in her voice. I don't know. But Rita she was fun, so.
Maybe for me, I don't know so many of the seasons, but maybe I would have been Daishi, and then I have a male, Camille would have been male, and so it would have been the female power. Yeah, with my that would be nice.
And I'm going to be greedy here, not to take anything away from the amazing Kelson Henderson. I think I would have loved to have done Flit. I think that would have been a lot of fun.
So I can vomit you up.
Right.
Now those were strange scenes to film, I tell you.
Well, since I was a villain, I would have liked to have been the Pink Ranger. I mean, my son at 5 years old would say, "Why do you have to be the bad guy? Why can't you be the Pink Ranger, Mommy?"
I think I would have made a pretty good Finster.
Oh, yeah.
In a film. I like that character a lot. So.
No. Goldar. It's mine.
I guess mine isn't really, Magna Defender wasn't really a villain.
I was going to go there.
He wasn't a villain,
I got
but he's like a vigilante.
An anti-hero.
And yeah, and I relate to his
You wanna be
story.
me?
Well, kind of, yeah, I guess that's what I'm saying. I want to be Kerrigan.
No, I've seen that all.
But I like his, I relate to his storyline, like seeking vengeance for his child or whatever, that wouldn't even be acting, I could do that. In the costume school.
I so love that you feel that way.
Yeah.
Because I have to say, I kind of got the best of both worlds. That was my favorite. I love Goldar, as I discussed, a one-note character that I think I might have taken out into a few more notes, but the Magna was of hundreds of characters that I played in my whatever years, I don't know. My favorite was Magna. It was a tour de force, 9 episodes, that's all it was. But it was so well written, and he was so complex and complicated and tortured as the anti-hero that he was, that I didn't just come in and jump behind the mic and start knocking down lines with that character.
Is that where real life crashed into fiction? Is that what
Why don't you do that on the mic?
Was that real life crashing into fiction?
It certainly was. So Magna was my favorite character of all. So I got to kind of do a real badass, and then I got to do a really complicated character, which, these are characters, they're not voices. They're characters. We're not doing voices. We're not doing fun.
You're a character.
All right. Jesus. Anyway, that's enough.
Like the old married couple, they're always victims.
Oh, wait, every convention is
Like
always
Wednesday.
Try sitting between them all.
I'll leave that to you.
Curmudgeon Zaros.
This is a question specifically for Goldar.
Right. Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, this is a question specifically for Goldar.
I'm sorry.
How do you feel that the Boom Studios comics kind of expanded more of his history? We actually see him without his armor on and everything. And also in the Japanese version of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Kyoryu Sentai Ranger, the whole thing with his Japanese counterpart in Trakeena, they were actually a married couple. Do you think that would have been a little weird if they tried to incorporate that into Power Rangers? Also, spoilers, at the end of the series, they had a baby together. Don't question it.
Well, you know, dude, this is tough because you're getting into areas that, you know, I mean, I don't know. I mean, whatever the script is, I look at what I have to do, and I ask the questions I have to ask of the director. And as an actor, I do what is required of me. You know, I don't go into the comic books and try to figure out any of those questions that you ask, with all due respect, and I mean that. If they had integrated, you know, Scorpina and my being married to Scorpina, considering who Scorpina was in real life, I, you know, would have let that go and carried on and dealt with it.
What a sacrifice.
Nice line, nice delivery.
Nice work if you can get it.
Anyway, I didn't really answer you because I don't know how. You know more about what you're asking than I do.
Fair enough.
That's fair, yeah.
You know, I didn't delve into all of the background of the comic book, and you know, I dealt with what was in front of me, and I ask questions when I need to understand better what is the motive here, or I'm confused as to why he's behaving like this. And there was a period in Power Rangers where it got pretty goofy. Well, too bad for me. I had to deal with it. You know, I wasn't making those decisions.
Fair.
And that's what we have to finally do. Or, you know, say, take a walk. Well, most of us aren't in that position, so.
I have a question for Holly and Kerrigan. You two play two different characters in two different seasons, both of whom I'm familiar with. Which character did you enjoy playing more and why?
Should be on Team Leelee. Yeah.
Oh, is this going to be like divide the room? Oh gosh, Leelee was my first kind of bigger role as a young actor, and it was my first American show. So I think when I was doing it, I was a little bit more nervous. So it took me a while to get into enjoying it because, of course, I worked really hard to do a really good job. And by the time it came to Camille and they asked me to do Camille, I was very confident. I think I enjoyed Camille because of the arc. I mean, Leelee had a nice story arc as well. And technically, I'm not a villain anymore, am I? Leelee or Camille, because I got these two lovely redemption arcs. I think I enjoyed Camille. It was a little more challenging. Not to say that I'm like a ditzy blonde or anything, but sometimes I am. So being that really composed character, and then the lovely kind of love story, is in a way, or the chemistry with Jared was really nice to be able to play some of those lovely kind of dramatic moments. So yeah, I enjoyed both, but I'd say Camille for that challenge as an actor.
You have the question. I think you have to repeat the question.
I'm sorry,
He went to sleep.
No, I didn't. I did not.
The question was, Kerrigan, which character did you enjoy playing more and why?
Oh, I think I've answered it. That's probably why I went to sleep. Clearly, Magna Defender, and as I said, it was so complex and it was such a demanding role. Usually you don't get voiceover for the most part, and when we say voiceover, that doesn't just include playing characters, that's doing promos and doing commercials and doing trailers. You know, there are a lot of categories of voiceover, so most of them are not terribly demanding. But this was a very demanding role.
It also sounds like your natural voice sounds more like Magna.
It was, well, yes, of course, Goldar is Goldar. You know, and he actually took about 45 minutes to find the placement so that I could actually record Goldar, you know, for about 45 minutes comfortably. It didn't hurt my voice. I still don't know how she does this Rita. I don't get it. It scares me when she does it. But no, Magna was kind of based foundationally, was Clint Eastwood, is where it started. That's what Scott and I said, I feel like it's a Clint Eastwood kind of foundation, and that's kind of where we started. And then I brought my own. And so, you know, it really, again, it wasn't, it had nothing to do with doing a voice. It had to do with really playing a character. And I'm told on a regular basis that nobody really can believe that those 9 episodes existed in Power Rangers. It might have been the best written arc in the entire series.
All right, guys, before we move on, I would like Holly to tell a couple of stories. She has to leave, so I would like, unprompted, to let her have this time.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I do have to go and get a flight, so, but a couple of stories. I'm really disappointed B didn't get to come today because he's a delight. Anybody can tell it, how Morphin-In, he's fantastic. I don't know if you remember, he had to throw off his hairy cape. And the amount of takes we had to do with that lemon cape landing on me, or landing like very close to hitting the camera. I mean, he was a menace with that thing. And I remember we shot one scene where I was being dragged, I'm being dragged around the grass, and so we had this grass flying everywhere. And I remember that day we shooting that scene and all of this stuff flying into his face. And the amount of takes we had to take because he'd go to do his line and he'd get a mouthful of grass. And I'm just like laughing so hard. So we had so much fun. He was a great guy to work with, and so I hope you all get to meet him at some point as well. And I'm sorry that I had to leave so quickly.
Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you. It's been delightful.
I hope everybody gets to see you.
And I love that home. Thanks for having me, everybody.
Thank you for being here.
One more time.